How are you doing today? It's Life with Marlene, your Florida vlogger. Just wanted to tap in for a little bit and to say good morning to probably sometimes some international people, and maybe morning some places, afternoon some places, it's night some places, whatever your time zone. Hey, how are you doing? Thank you so much for being a subscriber of mine. And I wanted to ask you how you're doing on this Monday. Hope you're doing awesome. I'm going to be doing more of these like chit chats and conversations like this to ask the Gems family, how is your day going? How are you doing? To be honest with you, we're in the rainy season now in Florida. And I can't speak for you guys, but the rain makes me kind of sluggish and not really wanting to do anything for the day. It's a rainy day in Florida, and I'm taking the day to rest and to relax and to do all the things that I need to do around the house, household activities, laundry, reorganization, things like that. That's what I'm doing today on my Monday. My Mondays are my day off from my work, and it's just a day for me and a day for my family and to take care of what I need to take care of. So that's what I'm doing on my Monday. It's my chill day. Hey Lara, how are you doing? Happy Monday. Appreciate you being here. I hope you're doing great. Good morning to you. Um, I am going to take my day just to rest and relax. It's a rainy day. It's been raining and drizzling on and off all day. So I'm going to take this day to relax, not really doing much. Oh, awesome. You're blessed. Good, good. Glad to hear that. I'm going to take my day just to rest and relax and to edit some videos. Watch a few movies. I have to look what's on the streaming services. I want to ask you guys, what streaming services do you like for like Netflix, Hulu? What's your favorite streaming services? I've been trying to cut back on paying for so many streaming services. Hi, Michael. How are you? Welcome. I've been trying to cut back on using so many streaming services, and I just feel like sometimes it's all basically the same. So I have cut off using Hulu. I cut Hulu, I cut Paramount, and I cut what's the other one? I forget. But right now, I just have Tubby, which is free, and I have Disney Plus for my special needs sister. Oh, you stream tonight? Awesome, awesome, awesome. Hey, Jill, how are you doing? Welcome. Hope you're doing great. How's your Monday going? How's your Monday going, Lara? How's your Monday going, Michael? And Jill? And everybody in the chat, how's your Monday going? So, I've been recently trying to go about going through my expenses and becoming better with budgeting because I have some goals that I'm trying to accomplish in 2026. And my 2025 was filled with lots of unexpected expenses, and I racked up a little bit of debt, which I'm trying to get that under control and to get back to cooking at home and saving my money and not overspending, cutting back on waste. And I think sometimes as human beings, we just get used to all of the whatever, the comforts and waste money. I know I do waste money on the vending machines and the drive-through and buying things that I really don't need because 2026 is going to be my year to travel and to um be debt free and do some things that I want to do for me and to like pour into me so that I can have more experiences. Hey Boss Life Online, how are you doing? I'm trying to use my time right now to plan and to not waste money. You know what I mean? I'm trying to get myself in the right mind space because since I would say 2020, I have been in that mode of, just staying at home, having groceries delivered, eating takeout. And I have to get my mind out of that to stop using all of those delivery services and get my butt up, get dressed, go in the store, buy the things that I need to buy, and bring it home. Because when I get stuff delivered, I find that just all the time things are not available in the store. And then when I go in the store, I find them. I don't know. I think, oh no, it's cool, Gio. It's cool. I find that there's a lot of people who I don't know. I feel like sometimes those delivery services, when they're shopping for your groceries, they play games with you because I'll go to the store that they will say is out of stuff and I will find the stuff. They just say it's out in the store, it's not available, and refund your money. I don't know. I think they be playing games with us. Hey, Realist, how are you doing? Appreciate you being here. Happy Monday. How's your Monday going? I'm having a chill day at home, um, and you know, trying to do some planning for my month of June. Are you guys planners for the month? I'm trying to plan my month. I'm trying to stop wasting money and save my money because 2026 is going to be my year for travel. I talked about it yesterday. For those who weren't there, I'm going to make my 2026 about travel. 2026 is my year for me planning my dream trip. I have two dream trips that I want to have, and one of them is I want to spend 3 months in Europe, and I have family that is in the UK, and I know that I can stay there for as long as I want to. So that's probably going to be my springboard. I'm going to stay there for like a month and then I'm going to move on because where they are in England, it's 2 hours from everywhere by train. Like it's 2 hours to go to France, it's 2 hours to go to Spain, it's, I think, 4 hours to go to Italy. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm trying to get my affairs in order right now. I have 6 months to, pay down some debt and to stack my money and to start making plans about what I really want to do in 2026 because 2025, I kind of like got off track. So much stuff happened in my 2025. I don't know about you guys, but my 2025 was not the best. It was like, like I, my job like cut back with, the work, so my income was less and I had to hustle more, so it caused my credit card debt to go up a little bit, just speaking for myself. So now my job is to stop adding to those that debt, pay that debt down, or at least pay it down to where I don't have like as much to pay back as before, and start saving my money and start getting out and experiencing life because I have got in that zone of being lazy. Yes, you can plan, right, Lara? Jill says, that sounds fun. Going to Italy is my dream trip. Awesome, Jill. Yeah, hi Miss Betty, how are you doing? Happy Monday. My dream trip is I have a few places in Europe that I've always wanted to go to. Once you get in Europe, it's so much you can do. You know, I could go to Switzerland, I could go to Holland, I can go to Spain. Everything is like really close by. Once I get to England, I'll be close to so many things. So I'm going to use that as an opportunity. Once I go and visit my family in England, I'll be close to everything. So I think that's how I'm going to do my trip. I'm going to go visit my family in England and then go from there. It's going to be 90 days in the UK. I'm already saving and planning so that, my bills will be paid for 3 months, and then I can do what I want and, live my best life. I made a promise to myself, when my dad had passed away. I made a promise to myself that I was going to start living my life because, they weren't around. I couldn't use that as an excuse anymore, because that used to be my excuse. Oh, I can't go anywhere and do anything because I have to take care of them. And now I've made a new excuse why I'm not traveling. So I got to get out of my own way, get out of my comfort zone, and get into living. Yes, welcome into everybody who's here. Thank you guys so much for spending some time with me. So I'm trying to tell myself, get out of the comfort zone, start planning, and have some adventure. I see so many adults, and all they do is adulting. And I understand that. I get it. We got bills to pay, got responsibilities, blah, blah, blah. But I was definitely in that zone of only, I was in that zone of only doing adulting stuff. Like, I had stopped going to do fun things. Like, yeah, I would do little things like go to a restaurant here and there, but I mean exploration and wonderment and excitement of getting on a plane or getting on a train, getting on a bus, and just have like no plans. And that is what I'm going to bring back in 2026. Like, just get ready, go to the airport, not really have a destination, and then just go. Like, I really don't have like plans of exactly what I want to do, but I'm gonna have some plans that I'm going to go certain places, most definitely. But then after, I'm just gonna enjoy life and like, okay, I'm here. What's closest? Let's go there. And it's not really going to be a trip to shop or, buy lots of things. There is one place in Italy I am going to buy something I've always wanted to buy. But after that, it's really just exploring and seeing things and meeting different cultures, going places that normally I wouldn't go to, like stepping outside the side of the box and just trying something new, being different. And this just being a trip for me. It's not a trip to go with friends or family or anybody else. This is just a trip for Marlene to have my adventure, to have my fun. So I'm really looking forward to my 90 days in Europe in 2026. And I don't know how I'm going to do sharing that with the Gems family, but I'm definitely probably going to do like a daily vlog, something like that, like day one, and then upload it at the end of the day. It probably will be short. They're not going to be like these long vlogs or anything like that. I'm just going to talk about something simple I did, maybe share just a short little thing. I'm thinking it'll be 5 minutes or less, and just share. So look forward to in 2026, my 90-day in Europe adventure. It's probably going to be some backpacking involved. I want to try out the trains in the UK, go around the UK, maybe go on the rail, go over on the Eurostar from England to Paris, and then explore somewhere else in France. I've always wanted to go to one of the vineyards in Italy. I got some goals on my bucket list here because I said, you know what? Life is too short and you don't know how many years you have. And I said, while I can, I'm going to explore, have some fun, have some adventures, and go for it. So everybody else too, get some adventures, plan some things, and go for it, because that's what I plan on doing. I'm going to just go for it. So in 2026, that's my goals, to have 90 days in Europe, and then, after that, do some other things. But in between time, in between now and my 90 days in Europe, I have a few short little trips that I want to go on. Nothing like big. I've always wanted to go on see some things in the United States. So I have two or three places that I want to go to on the train and see some things. And then at the end of 2026 into 2027, I have some exploration. I want to go explore some places in Canada. So every year I have some goals of travel. I'm trying to explore different modes of travel that I've never been on. I have not been on rail. I haven't done any backpacking, no hiking, because people say stuff like, "Oh yeah, we don't hike, we don't do this, we don't." Well, I do. I'm going to attempt a few things that's different. I've never stayed in a cabin before. I've never hiked before, and I have some places that I want to go want to go to. And of course, I'm going to make sure that it's somewhere safe. I'm not going to be crazy and just go up into some mountains without having like some safe measures in place, like not having what is it called? One of those rangers, or somewhere, maybe to be in a group or something, to make sure I'm safe too. While I'm going by myself, I can still join like a travel group or something to make sure I keep myself safe. You have to, yes, yeah, be safe, not crazy. So that's what I'm going to try to do, to get some adventure and stop waiting for the perfect experience. You have maybe $100. Okay, what can I do? What can some adventure that I can do for $100 or $200, $300, and then go for it? That's what I plan on doing for now and moving forward. Save a little money and have an experience. There's a few places in the United States that I've never been to, and there's no reason why I couldn't do it for a weekend trip, or even going for a one-day adventure. There's so much things to do in my state of Florida, so much stuff to do. And I've never been to certain cities in my state, and even nearby, like in Georgia. I've been wanting to go to Georgia and South Carolina, someplace in Seattle, and Portland, Oregon. And I have a trip that I want to go to in Maine. So I got a few short trips that I'm trying to plan, and some places that I want to go to. But at the end of the day, it costs money. And I'm not a person that I'm trying to get into debt to have adventure and have fun. I'm just going to take it little by little, have some adventure and have some fun. Hey, Sunshine Films, how are you doing? Welcome. Happy Monday. Hope you're doing great. Thanks for tapping in with the Gems family. Now, what are you doing today? And that's basically what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to plan and get myself together because I had got lazy for a while since the pandemic, which was they allegedly say the pandemic is over, but for me, I think the pandemic may be over, but I think we're in a recession. That's my personal opinion. My money is not my money is not mathing properly. My money definitely is not what it was pre-COVID. So I just have to shift things around and get back to, thanks, Lara. I have to get back to me and doing the things that I love to do. And the thing that I love to do is travel. And I had stopped traveling about 2020, and I've done little trips here and there, but I'm back to me again, and I got to have some fun and do some fun things. So that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get back to doing some adventures, and people don't understand that sometimes we stop ourselves from doing things because of expenses. There's things that you can do within your city that's free. It doesn't cost anything, or the cost is very low. You just put in the whatever city you live in and put in free things to do in your city. That or less. So things that's affordable. I think that's important too, to do some affordable things within your city. So that's what I have planned for the rest of 2025. Do some affordable things, pay off some debt, and get myself out my comfort zone again. And thank you so much, Jill. I'm trying to get myself out my comfort zone and get myself acclimated back to having some fun, and not just doing work and home. Get back to me, get back to fun, my solo time, taking care of myself better, getting back into exercise and doing all of those things that I used to do pre 19. I used to be spend time for exercise and walking, and I used to be in the gym and doing all those things, but I got lazy. I got comfortable, and I'm going to try my best to get back into doing the things that I need to do for me, which I can't speak for everybody, but I personally, I used to before go to the hair salon and get my hair done, and I stopped because of the 19. So that's one thing I'm going to get back to, getting my hair done again. Get back to doing some other things that I used to do. I used to go to the spa once a month, and your girl is not rich. I'm not balling or nothing, but simple things like in my city, they have a spa pass where I think it's $60 and you can spend the day at the spa. You can go in the steam room, you can go in the jacuzzi, you can go in the pool, and you get a robe, and I think you get a spa meal. I used to do that a lot pre-COVID, but now I had stopped that because of so many reasons, expenses mainly. So I'm going to start putting that back in the budget, put me back in the budget, and not just putting my bills and eating, which got me lazy and gaining weight. I'm going to get back into walking and wonderment. I don't know about you all, but I had stopped doing my childlike things, like, when you're a kid and you explore and you have your imagination and you talk about your dreams and your hopes. And I had stopped dreaming, and I'm going to get back to dreaming again. What does Marlene want to do? And I want you to include your name in that. What do you want to do? And try to find a way to fund your dreams. Even some things that is very affordable. Try to do a day trip. do a staycation, stay in your own city, and book a hotel trip and just get away and have some time by yourself for yourself. I'm telling you, you feel so good when you have make some time for yourself. I know when I used to just take one spend one night at a hotel or go and explore, do a day trip, get in the car and just go somewhere like within an hour drive of where you live. And there's so much things to explore, there's so many things to do that doesn't cost a lot of money, but get into some adventure and have some fun. Yes, you got this. You do too, Jill. You got this too. All my Gems family, you got this. Let's get back out there, get active and not just being in the home, go to work and come home and it's just your family and it's just eating and going to work. We have to do more than just go to work and come home. You got to have something to look forward to, and that has been helping my mental health. Even if it's going to a local park, it's going to an event that's $20 or less, something you can afford. But getting yourself out there and not just being at home. Staying at home is whack, guys. I'm going to make that a hashtag. Staying home is whack. Hashtag staying home is whack. And get outside and have some fun. That's what I'm going to be doing the rest of 2025 and into 2026. Staying home is whack, and getting out is fun, and getting into some adventures, some travel, some fun, doing things that you want to do. I want to ask my Gems family, what are your hobbies? Hey, Toya Renee, how are you doing? Welcome. Happy Monday. How are you doing? Appreciate you being here. I want to get back out there like I used to. I remember when I just had turned 18 and I was like, "Oh, I'm an adult. I can do what I want." I used to just jump on a plane. I just jump on a bus and just go somewhere and do things. And I had stopped going places and doing things because of the 19. And I have never got back to that wonderment. I'm doing very well. Thank you. God has been good. Yes, has not God been good to us, to everyone, some more than others, but my blessing is my blessing and I receive all of them and I'm grateful for it. I have to acknowledge God in everything. And I want to do what I used to do pre-19. Thank you so much, Gio, for dropping emojis. I appreciate it. I want to get back to doing what I was doing pre-COVID, and that was adventure. And I had stopped doing adventure because of, number one, expenses. My money was not mathing, but even getting into doing some free things. If you guys have not already, type into Google whatever city you live in, put in free things to do in your city, and then go and explore. Or if it's not free, put things to do in my city, $20 or less. And you would be surprised the adventures that you can find. Museums, different adventures, all kinds of exploration, different festivals that they will have, things that are upcoming in your city. But let's get out there, guys. Let's get out there and have fun and explore and enjoy where you live, because I know I had just got lazy. I'm just going to call it what it is. I got lazy. I go to work, I come home, and it's just doing laundry and cooking and just being at home. And don't get me wrong, y'all, it's nothing wrong with being at home, but you got to do a little more than just being at home and eating. For me, that's just not going to work. I'm going to need to do something at least once a month. I don't mean every day, every week, but at least I would say every 2 weeks Try to step outside of the box and do something within your city or close by, a road trip, especially now we're going into the summer. And try to plan 3 things to do before the summer is out. I have 3 places that I want to go because my math is not mathing. My money is not, you know, stacked. But I try to do like 3 activities that's not too expensive and enjoy myself, explore, have a staycation, so I can feel like I did something within my summer and not just stay at home. Even if you just go to a local park, a pool, a science center, go and look at some of the flowers or things that are blooming, think something like that, and go to a festival, go to a concert, but get out there and have some fun. It doesn't have to be a lot of money, but try to do something. Yes, girl, I heard that. Me too. Yeah. I kind of was in that zone of like only wanting to go somewhere if somebody was going with me. Like if my sister wasn't going with me or if my friend wasn't going, I was like, well, nobody's going with me. I don't want to go by myself. And then I had to remind myself, girl, what are you doing? You're a vlogger. You got to vlog some things. So I'm getting back into me, and I had got lazy and gained some weight, which, you know, as women, we don't like to talk about those things, but I know I got lazy just being at home, cooking and getting in the bed, watching some TV, and then that's it. And then my life, and then getting up and going back to work and eating and getting in the bed. That has been my life for the past what 5 years or so. And it's nothing wrong with getting in the bed, because you got to rest your body. But I have to talk to myself because I can do better than that. There's going to be time to get in bed when I get older, but right now, while I have the strength, I'm going to get out and explore and have some fun again. uh, I live in the Sunshine State, so there's so much to do in Florida. So I don't have no excuses. It's not like there's nothing to do. There's always some water view I could be looking at. It's always some boat I could get on, some train, some bus, some something. Um, because you don't always want to be driving. Sometimes you just want someone to drive you and to just sit back and chill until you get there, and so you can close your eyes and take a nap and then wake up and you're there. So I'm on that time right now that I just want someone to drive me somewhere and get on a bus, get on a train, get on a plane, and then I'm there and then I go and explore. So that's what I'm trying to do for the rest of this year and into 2026, because like I always said, that was one of the things. I was at my nephew's funeral, you know, who you never know when your last day is going to be. Are you enjoying the days that you have, or you always think, "Oh, I have time. I have time. I'll get to it. I'm going to get there." And it's been years. I mean, literally, it's been years. I can't believe it. The last time I traveled internationally was 2017, and that was three that was almost 8 years ago. September will be 8 years since I went international, and that's just not acceptable. So I have to get back into my international travel and having my experiences, exploring, even if it's going to things that's close by in my city, taking a road trip. But the laziness is just not going to work anymore. I had to talk to myself and say, you deserve better than this. Just getting in the bed, just eating food, just being at home, waiting for other people to go somewhere, you know? Hey, Echo, how are you doing? Welcome. Toya Renee Talk says, this is a message I definitely needed to hear. Somewhat recently moved to a new city a few years ago, and I need to explore it more. You should. And I would love to hear about what you do, and was it fun, and were you scared and stuff like that? Because I'm going to start sharing those things. I've said it before on a vlog, or a video that I made, that I suffer with anxiety, and that kind of holds me back from doing things sometimes, because my anxiety gets the best of me, and then I'm like, no, I can't go if my sister doesn't go, or this person doesn't go, and that person doesn't go. Like, I'm trying to paint a perfect picture. Okay, when I have this circumstance, then I'll go, then I'll do it, when I have this amount of money. And it's really me making excuses because of I'm nervous or afraid. So I'm not gonna let myself make excuses anymore. Yes, hello to everybody in the chat. I appreciate you. I'm cleaning up and getting ready to run errands. Awesome, thank you so much. So, I had to honestly talk to myself and be like, Marlene, for real, what are you doing? For real. Like, life is meant to be lived. And to all of my believers, we serve a happy God. God wants us to be happy. He wants you to be happy. So get out there and see all of the things that He has created for us to enjoy. Being at home, being in the bed, just watching TV, taking care of our families. While that's important and that's good, I feel like my message on today is to get out and to explore, and to laugh, and to have wonderment, and to look at God's creation, and to say, God, thank you for making beautiful things for me to enjoy. And that's what I'm going to get back into, doing more things, um, enjoying creation, looking at the beautiful animals, and the sky, and the birds, and the clouds, and the beaches, and the lakes, and the mountains. I'm going to get back into doing those things. So I honestly feel like that was my reason to go live, because I really didn't have a message today. I just wanted to tap in and to say hi to everybody. But when you start talking, sometimes the message comes to you. Well, at least the message comes to me about what was really my reason for talking. And I didn't feel like being on camera because I'm still exhausted from the marathon all weekend. And I want to say thank you to everybody who supported it. Those who came on the panel, Gio and Nexi, and those who supported the stream and watched that, and contributed by, typing things in the chat, but also those who watched it in the replay. I appreciate you guys so much. We're on the road to 2,000 subscribers. I think we have like 122 subscribers before we get to 2K, and I'm not in a rush for it. I want it to happen naturally and organically. We're going to get to our 2K, and hopefully in the next 6 months or so, we'll be fully monetized. We're taking things step by step, and we're trusting God, but at the same time, I have to be consistent. Hi, Love and Live Show. How are you doing? I talk to myself all that time too. Self-love, self-encouragement is so necessary. My daughter and I are planning lots this summer with my granddaughter. Oh, that's amazing, Echo. I'm happy for you. Hi, Love and Live Show. How are you doing? Welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. How is your Monday going? Yes, Echo, that's what, that has been resonating on my spirit, and God has been talking to me, that not only the messages for me, but the messages to all my Gems family when I come live and I talk to you guys, when I do videos and I do vlogs. He said, share the message about the things that you're going through and dealing with, because I know I'm not the only one. If you've slacked off, if you haven't been taking care of yourself like you should, if you haven't been having that childlike wonderment and enjoying nature and creation and going on trips and traveling because of laziness and procrastination and making excuses, I know for sure that there's some of my Gems family that is doing the same. So I'm not making fun of anybody. I'm not trying to shame anybody. I'm just saying, everybody, let's get back on track. Let's not let life control us. Let's not let our circumstance, let's not look for a perfect situation. Your money is never going to be perfect. Your health is never going to be perfect. People aren't going to always be available to go with you to do something, but you can do something by yourself. Get your money together. Say, start planning. Put $10 aside every payday. Put $10 aside until you get your $200, and then book a hotel stay that's within that budget. $200 or less, and enjoy one day at a hotel so you can rest your body. You can maybe get some room service, maybe see a view, explore wherever it is that you're staying at. It's simple things like that. It doesn't have to be big things. It can be a small thing. I'm doing great. Love and Live show. It's a overcast kind of day today here in Florida, kind of rainy. I've just been chilling today, um, doing some laundry organization and decluttering, and trying to get myself geared up for my week ahead. So that's what I'm doing today, editing some videos and doing some things, spending some time with my family, watching movies and things like that. Just a chill day at home today. Not anything serious or deep, but yeah. Echo says, I need to follow where God is leading. I need to follow where God is leading me to a blessed, fulfilling life. One of my best friends and I are planning a huge trip to London and Paris in 2026. We are saving money and applying for our passports. Oh, I know you'll get there. I know you'll get there. I went to Paris and London because my uncle and my cousins live in London. So I said there's no excuse, and I did that in 2017, and then went over to Paris for 3 days and explored the city. It was so much fun. I definitely wanted more time there, but had to get back to reality. Not to not the Yeah, we are saving money. Awesome, awesome. And that's what I'm doing. I'm saving money to fund my dreams, but in between time, and while I'm waiting to go on those dream trips, I'm going to just do what I can afford right now. And what I can afford to do right now is free things, and also things that's, under $50. So, getting myself out there, stepping outside of the box, going to see what really is around me. What's close by me within 100 miles? What could I see and learn? And get out there and stop just being at home all the time and being comfortable. So awesome, your bucket list trips. That was something that I was talking to, and I am not a person that I have other people to go with on bucket list trips because the people that I have in my life are not those that have the best health, or the financial circumstance that they can travel. So, I know that it's something that I have to do for me. Oh, okay. I'll check my email. Thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your day. I definitely have to get myself out of my comfort zone and stop being lazy. And that's all there is to it. Out of the comfort zone, stop being lazy, stop procrastinating, and just do what I'm supposed to do. That's it. do what I'm supposed to do. And what I'm supposed to do is enjoy life. And I've been procrastinating for a long time from doing my hair. I have not got my hair done since 2015, maybe before then. It's been like 10 years since I've got my hair done, which is crazy, which is kind of good because I have been saving my money from, spending on those things. But, once in a while, I'm going to say like every season, just like I do for my nails, every season I go and get my nails done, and I'm about to do that. It's my month to do my pedicure, and then I'm going to get my hair done as well. So every season I'm going to do my hair and my pedicure. I've kind of gotten off of, wanting to get my manicures and getting fake nails. I just keep my natural nails painted, and that's been saving me money because you have to look at your expenses and know what you can afford. And I'm not trying to live up to anybody else's standards. I'm trying to keep up to what I know I can afford, what I can do. And what I can afford to do right now is free things and things that's under $50. So that's what I'm going to be doing in the next few months. And I'm going to be talking about it on a live and doing more exploration because I have no excuse because the summer is almost here and there's lots of activities that I'm going to get into. I'm going to look and do a live stream. I'm going to pull it up on StreamYards and show you guys all of the things that they have within my city or nearby. And then we're going to do a list of all of the things that we can explore. And I'll ask you guys what you guys want to see on a vlog. So I can't wait to do that. I think, what's today? Tuesday? I think probably Thursday, maybe around noontime, around this time, I'm going to pull that up on StreamYard and we'll look at things to explore within 100 miles. And I'll put a list of 10 of them and the favorite ones. And then we'll do those things because for me, 100 miles from me is going to Orlando. So things between here and Orlando, there's a lot of things that I could do. Um, yeah, it's a lot to do between here and Orlando. And it's some places that I've never been, some cities that I've never been to, which I'm going to try to do better. That's all we can do, right, guys? All we can do is do better. I'm not going to shame myself and feel bad about what I'm not doing. I'm just going to give myself the permission to do it, make a plan, say how much I can afford to spend or not spend anything because I'm trying my best to do more free things so that I can fund my dream trip, which is happening next year. And I talked about that already, what my dream trip is for 2026. I'm trying to check things off my bucket list 1 year at a time. So next year I'm doing that trip. And then the year after I'm doing my dream trip. In 2027, I have a dream to go to the French Polynesian islands, four of them. And I'm going to do that in 2027. But, that's a big expense, a big cost. But I know I can do it. And I wanted to encourage all of my GEMS family that you can do it too. You can travel anywhere you want to. And all it takes is just, $5 and $10 at a time and put it in a separate fund, your vacation fund. And until you get there, find out how much it costs and then put that as a goal and then go for it because that's what I'm going to do. Put it as a goal and then fund it and then do it. Fund it and if you don't know how much it costs, how much is it going to be for the hotel? How much is the flight? How much is how much money do you need for, to buy things that you want to Or is it just going to be a vacation for just relaxation where you're going to stay at maybe a resort or somewhere and they're going to provide everything that you need so you don't need any money? Whatever it is that you need, I want to encourage you guys to travel and to have some fun. Hey, Chill Will crew, how are you doing? Welcome. Appreciate you being here. I'm just talking about funding my dreams and stop sitting, not really living my best life, not really living my dreams. And that's so easy to do. It is. It's so easy to um, just do nothing because that's exactly what I have been doing. I've been doing absolutely nothing. I've been doing nothing with my life, just working and being at home. And that's it. And for me, I know I can do better than that. And I just want to encourage you guys, if there's something you want to do, find out how much it costs and then plan it out. Plan it out. You can do it. Even if it's not, maybe you aren't able to afford a trip on a plane or something, but can you go out and explore your city? You can. Go and explore your city. Um, find out what's nearby you and save the money to do it and then go for it. I feel like that's the message that I came on life to say, that is stop not doing your goals and your dreams when even small things like getting yourself back into a gym, getting yourself back to cooking your meals and maybe doing some home repairs, things like that, because I have some things on my agenda to do some home repair and to do some home decor and some other things so that I can enjoy my living expenses. Because being an adult, sometimes we focus so much on, oh, I gotta spend all this money on the bills, just living expenses, water, light, this, car notes, gas, blah, 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 getting food. But after that, we're not doing anything to enjoy life as an adult. And I want to do more than just exist. Okay, you have to live. You got to have somewhere to live. But what about enjoying your life? So I'm trying to do that. Write down on a list how much is it going to cost for me to go to my dream place. And instead of talking about my dreams, live my dreams. And that's what I'm going to do now. Stop talking about what I want to do or I wish I could. Actually put it in my mind that if I want to do something, I can do it. It's we'll tell ourselves, "Oh, I don't have the money." And if you tell yourself that, you will never have the money. So I stopped telling myself I don't have the money. I just need to get my orders in a fair, my my orders in a fair, my mind right. And that's where it starts. Get your mind right and convince yourself that you can take a trip. Convince yourself that you deserve to do something nice for yourself. You deserve to travel. You deserve to have some fun, and take it one thing at a time. You may not be able to do a trip around the world, but can you afford to do one trip? You sure can. Chilwell Chris says, I have some trips ahead. One with hubby to Vegas, and with two close friends from grade school, sisters. We booked a resort for 2 days. Oh, that's wonderful. I'm so happy for you. And that's one of the reasons why I said, since the 19, and, allegedly they say it's over, but I have different views on that because life is still as difficult, even more difficult than it was at this time. But I'm not letting whatever is going on in this world to stop me from living my life and having fun. I remember when I was 18 years old, I was so excited about life and travel, and everything was just like new because I'm like, I'm an adult and I could do whatever I want to do. And then life starts lifing and responsibilities and blah, blah, blah gets to you. And you just like, oh, I can't do anything. And when you tell yourself you can't do something, you won't. So I had to stop telling myself I can't do things and tell myself I can do things. It's all up to me. So, that cruise you want to take, that trip to wherever it is on your bucket list, or some things that you want to do within your state, things within your city, maybe some things that you want to do for yourself, buy yourself something that you've been wanting. Go for it. Save your money and do it little by little. And I'll tell myself, oh, I can't do it. Even on a low income, you can do something. I had to learn that I can do things if I believe I can do things. So just instead of wasting my money on takeout and drive through and this and that, and having the luxuries like buying those $7 coffees or vending machines or drive through, eating at home, and instead of putting that $30 to $50 on food, cooking my food at home and putting that $30 to $50 towards my dreams. And that is how I get to bring you guys vlogs and trips, staying at home and eating. Yeah, once in a while you do those, takeout stuff, but if you want to live your best life and have some fun, you got to find a way to do it. And it's not going to be done on its own and by itself. Hey Anthony, how are you doing? Welcome, happy Monday and happy June. To anybody who is not on my live stream this weekend, happy June to you all. We got 18 days left before summer starts. Anybody have any fun activities that they're trying to do? Yes, so true. It makes you feel good to get away for a little while. Yes, I have to sacrifice at times. Yes, it's making those sacrifices, and that's how you get to your dreams. Like people will say things like on my vlogs, "Oh, I'm not rich like you." I'm definitely not rich. I'm far from being rich, but I plan. I don't waste my money, and I eat at home, and I take that money and I put it towards what I want to do. I save to fund my dreams. And anybody can do it if you want to, but some people don't want to. Some people would rather eat their retirement. They rather eat takeout and DoorDash and this and that than to go and travel. And I say to each their own. If your fun is eating at home, then keep enjoying. But my fun is getting out there and seeing life and different cultures and traveling. And I have to get myself back together instead of just being at home. Get back to fun and adulting, you know. I'm doing well. How are you? I'm doing good, Anthony. Just chilling at home today. It's kind of rainy in my area of Florida. So I'm just staying home, chilling, spending time with my family, watching some movies, a lazy day at home, lounging. But I did want to tap in with the gems and ask you guys how you're doing and say happy June and ask if you guys have any plans for the summer. On Thursday, I'm going to go live and share some of the trips that we're going to go to this summer. I'm going to go live on StreamYard and share the screen and show what's nearby. And I know that you had asked Anthony for me to explore Coquina Key, so that's on the bucket list for my city. I'm going to do more of exploring my city of St. Petersburg, Florida, because every area of St. Petersburg is completely different. You have the areas that's by the water. You got the areas that's, you know, kind of unsavory. It's not the cleanest. You got areas where people are homeless. I'm going to show it all because it's real life, you know. Florida is not just beaches and blue skies. You got people who are very poor, really struggling, and then you have the very affluent areas. And all over my city, they have condos being put up, pushing out the poor people. And in a little while, it's like, wow, the people who don't have much, how are they going to be able to live? I was able to do a bunch of underwater videos this summer. Oh, awesome, Anthony. Hey, Global Empire ENT Media, how are you doing? Yes, a beautiful day to you too. I hope you're doing well. Hi, Wellness. I hope you're doing awesome. Just doing a chit chat. I can't wait to see those underwater videos, Anthony. How you doing, Mama Global? I do enjoy the travel videos. Keep them coming. Yeah, I got a few trips planned, Mama Global. I'm trying to get myself acclimated back into being around people again because even though they said that the 19 has been over for years, I still have been in the mode of just working and being at home and not really doing anything. So I'm getting myself back out there and getting into the mode that it's okay to travel. And yes, I am the weirdo that I do wear my mask when I get on planes. I do wear my mask when I go to the store, and people can look at me if they want to. But mind your business. You handle your business, and I'm going to handle mine because I have somebody at home who has a compromised immune system. So I have to be safe and careful for her too. Anthony, that sounds wonderful. Anthony says, okay, I really hope I can watch live. Yeah. So I'm gonna try to go to Coquina Key and do a drive around, like walk around, like where the water view is, and then drive through it. I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to do it live. It may be a video, Anthony, and I may premiere it. And I think that may be easier because sometimes when I try to go live on my phone, it buffers. It just does some strange things when I do lives. So videos for me are easier, even if I can only make it like a short video, but I'm going to try to do some things. So if there's some things that you want to see, guys, in my area, let me know always in the comment section or when I'm live. Asked me to, hey, can you go over here? I'm going to go back over to Gulfport because I just did a short little clips of Gulfport. And there's some places in Pinellas Park. There's some places within St. Petersburg. And like I said, every place in my area is different. Yes. If I could keep my same type of work, I would prefer to live in St. Pete than anywhere. Yeah. I really love my city where that I live in because it definitely has changed a lot. St. Pete is not what it used to be 20 years ago. It's become more affluent. It's more modern. There's of things to do now. They've made so many museums and activities and water parks and things for families and people that come to visit, really get a great experience. And I love that. Mama Global says, same here with my immune system. I must be careful. Yeah, you got to take care of yourself. Mama Global says, just subbed Anthony. Awesome. Thank you so much. Okay, either way is great. I want to see those red brick streets. Where is that, Anthony? Is that the pink streets? Like in Pinellas Point area? Is that what you're talking about? Mama Global says we've decided to only travel in the US for now. I need to be near US hospitals just in case. Oh, okay. Yes, do what you got to do. The only thing that I'm just asking all of my gems to try something new. Try something new. Go to a local park, a library, but get out the house, get active, have some fun. It doesn't have to be a lot of money. And I've heard people say that you guys know I've said it many, many times on my vlogs that people comment, I'm not rich like you. I'm not rich. I plan, I save my money, and then I go for it. Anybody can travel. Anybody. It doesn't matter what your health is. You can get in your motorized wheelchair and do some travel and have some fun. You can do it. The whole thing is if you want to, and some people just don't want to. Florida is beautiful. Yes, it is. Make put off our cruises until 26. Okay. They were close to downtown, not far from the Dolly Museum. I don't see that anywhere in the downtown area, pink streets. The only pink streets I see is Pinellas Point, Anthony. Um, I see they have the pink streets or the brick roads on Pinellas Point area, and they have um the brick roads over by Coffee Pot Bayou and Snell Island around there, if that's what you're talking about. If you go across 4th Street on 18th near the water. Okay, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna look over in that area and see if I can see some pink, but the only brick roads that I see right now is Pinellas Point area and over by where I've walked before and what is it called? Um Coffee Pot Bayou and the old northeast area, which I have a video about. Old northeast that's coming. I'm editing that one. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'm not looking at the right place, Anthony, but I have to go and explore. Mama Global says, I love local vlogs. They give honest commentary and are unbiased. Yeah, Mama Global, I'm going to be doing more of like the raw stuff, like showing the poverty in my area, which people really don't talk about because there's people right now in my city that are homeless, living on the streets. And I'm not doing it to make fun of anybody, judge anybody, but you could have an area where it's very affluent and right across the street, you have people living in tents. It's so sad. Oh, okay. Yeah. Do that, Mama Global. But Marlene, I'm thinking about the late 80s. Oh, Anthony, you're so silly. So much has changed since the 80s. I think, I'm not positive. I hope I'm not, I don't want to be lying or nothing, but I think that they're not allowed to pull up the roads that have brick roads because they say that that's historical. So I I don't think that they can take up the brick roads in my city. They say that that's historical. So I don't think, I think if they have brick roads, it must stay. But if it's like some patchy roads that was done whatever in the 90s and before, they can, put the whatever regular roads, which is terrible. I have no idea why they just patch the streets, especially in urban areas, which I'm going to talk about that. Why the poor areas don't get their roads done. It's always so much potholes, and they just patch the roads where it's bumps. But the more affluent areas, the richer areas, the roads are so smooth and beautiful. I just think, I don't know, it's not my business, but I think that, without getting political, I think that sometimes the people who live in the poorer areas don't ask for their roads to be fixed. And I think that that's a very important thing, that, even if you don't have much, you still deserve to have nice roads. And I think sometimes people who are poor feel that, oh, they won't do anything for us and they don't care. If all of the affluent areas, the richer people, keep asking for things to be done, that's what they're going to keep doing. If we don't ask for things to be fixed up, the city is not going to just fix things up just because. If we don't ask for things to get fixed up, it won't get fixed up. Anthony says, I only went back to St. Pete since the 80s. Oh, okay. Okay, Anthony. Hey, Tracy, how are you doing? Welcome. Happy Monday to you. I hope your Monday is going fantastic. Think I'll do a little window shopping today. It's going to be 80 finally. Oh, wow. I would love it for it to be 80. It's overcast, cloudy, and dark here. Yes, that's why town hall meetings are very important. And so many of us don't go to the town hall meetings because we'll say, oh, they won't fix my stuff. They only fix the things for the rich people. And I've had to go to meetings in my city just to say, hey, can you fix this, like, down the street from me? It's this major hole, like, in your tire, goes into it every time. And they said that they were not aware that that existed. So sometimes it's us being ignorant. So if you live in a place where there's potholes and some things need to be fixed that irritates you, especially if you're a homeowner, you are paying your property taxes. Your property taxes go towards fixing the roads and getting certain services. Make sure you ask for what you want. So, I had to start making time to go to town hall meetings. And if you can't go to town hall meetings, you can send an email and ask for certain things. Ask for what you want. I'm well. Happy Monday. Awesome. Awesome. So glad that you're having a good Monday. I usually do videos on things I put on my to buy list so I don't forget. I give myself a few days before purchasing because I am an impulse shopper. Oh, okay. I think that I'm a person that, you guys know, I'm very frugal. I'm very thrifty, because I always think about that, saving for a rainy day, because that's just the way I was raised, coming from a big family and having 9 siblings. I'm just used to being in that mode of always saving money. And I'm not saying I'm trying to get out of that mode, but when you grew up that way, I still have that mindset to save for a rainy day and to not waste money, that I have to remind myself that it's okay to spend money on myself, because I don't. And I'm trying to change that about myself, that, I work hard and I do deserve to do some things for my personal care and to enjoy my life because I work hard, and that my life shouldn't just be work and being at home and taking care of my family, that I do deserve to have some fun and to not feel guilty about it. Me too. If it's not on sale, I can't get with it. My couponing, it's a no for me. Yeah. But we also too have to be careful, Mama Global. We have to be careful too that saving is one thing, saving for a rainy day, saving for the future, for our retirement. Yeah, those things are important. But after those things, thinking about enjoying the days that you have, because my belief is I have um very few days ahead of me. That's how I try to keep my mind, that I never know when is my last day. So because of that, you got to live in the moment, live for today, and start planning something to have some fun. Even if it's just a staycation, you're just doing something in your city or nearby, but do something so that you can enjoy life and not just be at home. And I have to get my mind out of just rushing home and just spending time with my family. I got to do more than just my family. I have to have my own life and my own enjoyment and my own fun. We deserve it. Agreed. Life is for the living. And like I said, life is so fickle that you can be okay today and then tomorrow you can get sick. And I'm not trying to be like a Betty Downer. I'm being realistic. At any time, you can get a health issue. And now you can't go anywhere and do anything. I've always said that to myself. I want to make sure that when I can't go anymore and when I have to stay at home and I can't go anywhere, I want to make sure that I've lived such a full life that my mind will be like, oh, I remember when I went on that trip and that was so fun. I want to be fulfilled when I have to sit down and I can't go anymore. I don't want to be the angry old lady that complains and barks at everybody and is miserable because I didn't make the choice to go out there and live. You know, I understand responsibilities and adulting, but I got to do more. I need more out of my life than just work and being at home and my family. Because don't get me wrong, I love my family, but I got to have my own life outside of them. I got to have things that I do that has nothing to do with them. This year, we are focusing on redecorating our home room by room. Oh, that's awesome, Mama Global. I was just talking about that I had to stop door dashing and doing drive through and cooking at home and doing things that I need to do, because it was one of those things like after working a long day, my excuse was always, oh, I'm too tired from working to go home and cook. So I had to get myself back in the mode of, crock potting and meal prepping and doing some things, even, making meal preps and freezing them, that when I get home, all I have to do is take that meal out of the freezer. So it would be healthier than a frozen food, but it's my food that I've cooked, instead of getting home, have no plans. So, when you don't plan, you already plan to fail. So I have to get myself back into that mode. Stop being lazy, stop procrastinating, stop making excuses, because I know for sure I was gaining weight because of laziness. I'm not a person that's going to sugarcoat things. I was gaining weight because I was lazy. And I have nobody else to blame but me. I'm not blaming nobody. I said I have to do better. And I just recently started, going back in the store, picking up my groceries, sticking to a list. And when I go in the store, I don't go in the store and use a debit card. I go in the store, I have my list, I bring cash with me so that I do not overspend. Even if I wanted to buy something extra, I can't, because I do not allow for that in my budget, because I have other things that I want to do with my money, like fixing up my house and doing some travel. So I'd rather have a better quality living experience, home experience, and make memories for myself than to have an extra whatever package of meat or cookies or something else, because there's always something that we can waste our money on. Yep. going through it now, but still going to enjoy the day as I can. Yes, yes, amen. I'll show the before and after. When we moved in it, it was a disaster, which I loved because I enjoy seeing the gems in what others can't see. I had to convince hubby we should buy it. After 1 week in, he couldn't believe how different it looked. That's good. You never, I always say you absolutely never know what you can do if you don't try. And I just wanted to do this live to focus on that. You never know what you can do if you don't try. And I encourage everybody, whatever your financial situation is, no matter what your health is, no matter what you're going through, no matter what your income is, even on a low income, you can save for your future. You can pay your debt down if you can't pay it off, and then you can get into living. But for me, I had to work on the quality of my life. And I'm going to do a vlog talking about that, living a quality life and not just a monotonous, just an everyday blase type of life. And I didn't want to live a blase life, like your life is only working, cooking, sleeping, and watching TV. I said I'm going to need some more than that. I want to have a quality life, love my life, so that when I can't move and I can't do the things that I can do now freely, walk and talk and have the good enough health, that I can sit down and I can look back at my vlogs. And that's I'm going to be talking about that on a vlog in the future, about why I chose to do vlogs. But I want to make sure that when I can't move, I can look back at what I've done and say, I really had a great life. I really did great. I don't want to be that miserable, whining old lady. Thank you for creating such a positive environment for us all to come to. You are appreciated. Thank you so much, Mama Global. I appreciate that. I always want to be real. I'm realistic with you guys. I'm not a rich person. I'm not a person who has a lot of money. I try my best to live within my means. I'm not a person. I don't show off. I'm not trying to, get in front of the camera and say, look at all of these things that I bought. That's not me. Um, and it's no shade or shots to other people who can afford to do that. But my life and what I want to share is, I want to be able to give to other people. I want to be involved more in humanitarian causes, giving back to community efforts, helping little kids that don't have things like when I was growing up. Like I've said many times before, I grew up in a very big family and we didn't have much. We weren't poor, but we definitely weren't rich. I think we were like middle income. And because of that, we didn't have luxuries like maybe other kids I saw growing up. We weren't able to afford brand name clothes and things like that. And people used to clown me for it. But I know that I went through those things to teach me to not focus on material things. And people can have all the material things that they want, but do they have love? Do they have a loving environment? And I think that people focus so much on the wrong things. There's nothing wrong with having brand names and things like that. That's nice. Having a nice home, that's nice. But the home that you do have, is there love there? Is there happiness? Is there peace? Are you growing there? Are you supportive in your home? Those are the things that is more important to me than having things, quote unquote. And that's what I'm working on, having a quality life. And from here on out, on my vlogs, I'm going to be talking about it. I already have vlogs made from now until I think September. So every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I have premieres going and I share them. But after I think the newest vlogs that I'm making, probably starting September, would be starting with today, the month of June. Um, I I am going to be working on talking about quality life and real topics and sharing real things that happened in my city and my real experiences. So I'm going to be talking about things, being more transparent, and it's one of the reasons why I ordered a selfie stick because I'm going to be walking and doing more walk and talks and showing you the background of things instead of just holding my phone in my hand. I'm working on getting a camera, but those things cost. And like I've said before, I'm not another person. I'm just Marlene. I'm a real person. I'm not gonna do things that I can't afford, but I do have that on my bucket list to buy a camera for the vlog so that you guys can get better quality videos. And I also need to get a microphone so that you guys can hear me better. I do have things that I'm working on to improve the quality of this channel, but God has talked to me and told me don't focus on getting things because the message will get to who it needs to get to. So whether you have your camera on, whether you have your camera off, whether your volume is low, if somebody needs to hear the message, they're going to hear it and they're going to do what they need to do with that information. So that's what I'm trying my best to do. God has been working on me. I hope God has been working on you. And before, when I first started, I was kind of nervous to talk about God and talk about faith and talk about things that I go through because I know not everybody is a spiritual person or a person that believes in God. But my message, God has told me, don't be afraid to talk about how you feel, what you're going through, what you've dealt with, because maybe somebody on that vlog needs to hear about your faith, needs to hear about your struggle, needs to hear about your sadness and your grief and your difficulty in your story. And that is the reason why you need to keep making your vlogs. So it took me a time to digest that and absorb it, that humble pie, like, somebody needing to hear my story. That was hard for me because I'm definitely a private person and I definitely don't want to share things about other people in my family because I try to protect other people and keep our family business private. But when it comes to talking about myself, I want to share more of talking about, my personal growth and development and how I'm working on funding my dreams and shifting my life because, like I've said before, I'm shifting my life from being an employee to an entrepreneur. And I'm going to be talking about that more and more because I have my goal of 3 years. I have a 3-year plan for me to walk away from employment and to be the CEO of my dreams. So I'm giving myself until 2029 to save money, to eliminate my debt and to save money so I can step away from the workspace and step into God's space, until God's walk for me, and to show people that no matter what you've been through, no matter what people have said, at the end of the day, you have the final say. You are the one that has to have courage. You're the one that has to have faith. And God has been working on me, and he has been working on my faith and telling me, stop being afraid to carry my message to the masses. So it's like, okay, all right. I'm working on my faith. I'm working on trusting God more and being more transparent on my vlogs and topics and live streams. I think I'm pretty good about being transparent when I go live, but I mean, really talking to people when I do vlogs, no, I haven't been doing that. So moving forward, I'm going to be sharing more of those things about faith, about my personal struggles, and doing chit chats when I'm out and about. And also, of course, adding in some vlog footage, but sitting and chit chatting for a while with you guys. That is something that I'm going to be doing more of, sharing more faith, sharing more elevation and prosperity, and to encourage other people, no matter what you're going through, no matter what you've done, no matter what other people say. Remember that you can do anything that you want, but you first got to believe that. You have to believe um, in how God is ordering your footsteps. God orders my steps, and because God orders my steps and he covers me and blesses me, there's nothing that I can't do. So I'm going to be sharing more and more of that. Okay. Marlene, you do like I do. You feel the same joy from knowing you got something nice for a discount. I'm the same way. People feel happiness for breaking the bank on something. Yeah, and you know, I always say to each his or her own. I can understand because I have friends that came from a very low income, and they've went to school and they've got educated and they've worked hard. So when they go and they buy that whatever $3,000-4,000 bag, they wear it proudly because they've educated themselves and they've worked hard, and they deserve to get those things. So I'm not going to knock another person's hustle, because I like luxury things too. I buy luxury things as well, but it's not something that I feel like I need on a regular basis. For me, I buy quality items instead of buying many items, if that makes sense. Even when I thrift for quality, not just buying something because it was $1.50 or $5, or just because I like the color. I like to make sure I'm getting a quality brand as well. Mama Global says, wonderful. Exactly. Every day is still a work in progress. When God instructs us, we must do his will. Same here. Amen. Got to run appointments today. We'll catch up later. Awesome. Thank you so much, Mama Global. I'm just here trying to work on my watch time. Let's see. We got 28 minutes that I gotta keep so I can have 2 hours. I need 120 minutes, so 20 plus 8. Yeah, 28 minutes I need. So anybody who is still hanging in with me for the next 28 minutes. Oh, Anthony's still here. Thank you so much, Anthony. So what do you guys want to talk about? We got about 28 minutes left to chit chat. So what do you want to talk about, guys? So let's see. I'll be here until the end. Oh, awesome. Thank you, Anthony. I appreciate you. I'm just going to be here 28 more minutes, so I'm not going to keep you guys forever. But I do want to share more of that, and talking about like real topics on my vlogs. So I did order, like I said, I ordered my selfie stick. So I'm going to be doing walk and talks, walking around the parks or wherever I go, or doing car chats and things like that. Giving more transparent topics, talking about things and what I've gone through and dealt with in my life and where I am today. And I just want to share with people more and more that my life isn't easy, and I've had struggles, and I still struggle. I have mental health issues, and I go through things, but I don't let those things uh, control me. I don't let other people control me. I don't let what other people say stop me from being myself, stop me from living my life. And that's what I want to do more and more. Not that I'm going to stop doing my vlog content, but I'm going to shift the quality of the content. I want to bring better quality content. I want to show people more and more that I'm just a regular human being that has enough courage to shift my life and to shift my dreams. And that's what I'm trying to do more and more. So shift my dreams, shift my life, and be my best self. So no matter what, you know, uh, just a just a girl from Brooklyn trying to make my dreams come true. Just a Jamaican American, a Jamaican trying to make my dreams come true. And that's really good for you, Marlene. Oh, thank you so much, Anthony. I'm just trying to do better, um, because I've shared before so many times that I come from a big family, and when you come from a big family, you kind of blend into the background. At least I did. I grew up, I'm the last of 10. I'm the 10th child in my family. And when you're the youngest, I think people have it wrong. They think that when you're the youngest, that you're spoiled and you get everything. I didn't grow up like that. It wasn't that I didn't have that experience. So people will say things, open up their mouth and say all kinds of stupid stuff. But I worked hard. I think I worked harder than my siblings, because when you're the youngest, you get the older parent. That's how it was for me. I had the older mother and father. So I had to be responsible for helping them with things. And because I was the youngest, I was the designated babysitter for everybody's kids. So I've always had to be responsible and handle things. But at the same time, for many years, I was always responsible for helping everybody, helping my parents and my siblings and my nieces and my nephews. And when you do that, you get outside of your purpose in your life. And it's just been recently, in the past, I would say 8 years or so, that I'm very new to living my life and being an adult, and doing the things that I want to do for my life. And that's what I want to say for all of you all. Giving yourself the permission to live your life on your terms, and to not just do things to make your kids or spouse, significant other, a job, making everybody happy. You have to also ask yourself, what am I doing to make myself happy? What am I doing to enjoy my life? And I believe that life is meant to be lived, and and not just, do the same thing. It's like a scratch record, it's a new day, but you do the same things. Even doing something as exploring, instead of taking the same route home, take a different route home. Take time to park your car and walk sometimes. Ride your bike, go skating, try something new that you've never tried. And I've heard people say all the time, I can't swim, I can't ride a bike, I can't skate. Why not? If you don't know how to do anything in your life, it's never too late to learn. If you can't swim, learn to swim. I think you should start scratching things off your list instead of saying you can't do whatever it is. Learn how to do it. That's where I am in my life. Some of the things that I wasn't able to do because I just couldn't do it at the time, I'm in my adulthood learning how to do things that I didn't know how to do. I don't know how to skate. And right now I'm learning how to skate, and I'm going to share that in vlogs. I don't know how to skate, and I don't know how to ride a bike. So I'm learning that currently, and I'm going to be making vlogs about it to show people that it doesn't matter if you're in your 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s. If there's something that you didn't do in your life, go for it. If you never got your GED, if you always wanted to have a certain career, no matter your age, go and get that degree. Go and do that job, even if you only do it for, just to say, I did it. That's where the space that I am in my life. Life is meant to be lived, and you're never too old to try something new. You're never too old to give up on your dreams. Don't let people on the outside tell you, oh, you're too old to do that, and you're too old to fix your teeth. You're too old. Like, people just accept things. Oh, this is how I'm supposed to look. Oh, I'm supposed to be fat. My teeth are supposed to always be messed up. I'm supposed to always be poor all the time. I believe everything in this life is a mindset shift. Anthony says, I am learning to play the guitar more and more every day. Oh, that's so good, Anthony. I would love to see the progression. You should start filming it from where you are to when you learn how to play a whole song. I would love to see that. I love to see people learning things as adults, because there's like some shame attached to it. Oh, oh, you're getting braces. You're too old to get braces. Braces are for kids. I think people say some of the most ignorant things. Who are you to judge another person and tell that person what they should be doing with their life? I think that's crazy. You're never too old to make your smile look more beautiful. You're never too old to learn something that will make you grow your self esteem. If getting your teeth fixed, if getting that laser hair removal, if you need to get back gastric bypass surgery to lose the weight, do whatever it takes so that you can feel good in your skin. This channel, I love to talk about why it's important to live your life. That's what Life with Marlene is all about. And I'm not just saying things in the background, behind the scenes. I don't tell you guys. I'm doing a lot of things to step outside of my comfort zone. Like I shared, I'm shifting in the next 3 years from being an employee to an entrepreneur to the CEO of my dreams, and it's not easy, and I doubt myself, like, will I be able to do this? But I am a woman of faith, and I know my faith is going to carry me through. You have to stand up, and you have to make your plans. You have to stay consistent and persistent, and you have to stay away from the naysayers and the haters, because they always pop up when you're doing something. You have to learn to not share what you're doing and just do it. Like, people have said, oh, if you lock your hair, that's going to be ugly. If you leave your job, you're going to be poor. If you're going to fall flat on your face, or that business won't work out, or why would you want to learn how to ride a bike now at your big age? You're too old. And people just hate on you and be jealous. Don't let people drop seeds of doubt in your mind. If you want to cut all your hair off, if you want to learn to ride a bike, if you want to learn to swim, if you want to travel to somewhere on your bucket list, if you want to lose 50 pounds, 100 pounds, go for it. If you want to get your GED, if there's something that you want to do in your life, go for it. And I'm going to clap for you guys every single time. And I want to hear all about it in my comment section when I talk about it on my live streams and my videos. Hey, Marlene, because of what you said, I enrolled in getting my GD. Because of you, I decided to learn line dancing. I want to see more people step outside of their comfort zone and say, people told me I shouldn't do it, but I did it anyways. And I feel so good. I want to see more people live their best life, even people stepping outside their comfort zone, because I know so many people have had their heart broken because of an immature person, or maybe you were immature and you got a bad person and they broke your heart in a million pieces. I want to say that to anybody who has said, I give up on love. Nobody would ever love me like I deserve to be loved. I just want to talk to you for a little bit. Um, One thing about when somebody breaks your heart, I have been there and done that. It's a very terrible thing when somebody breaks your heart. But don't let, because somebody broke your heart, you stop yourself from the ability to find love again. And I don't just mean just settling for less than you deserve, but if you don't ever try and you don't ever work on yourself, and that's something that I want to talk about on a live stream, being a person to deserve love. People always talk about what they want from a romantic relationship, but they don't talk about, are you a person that somebody wants to have? People focus on, I want this from a man or a woman, but what are you able to give to that relationship? Are you a quality woman? Are you a quality man? Are you husband material? Are you wife material? Yeah, that's a real thing. Um, there's so much to learn in life, and nothing is impossible if you really believe you can do it. And that's something that, like, I want to drop more seeds of that. Everybody's different. Everybody has different financial situations, health problems, cultural backgrounds. And I'm not trying to step on any toes, but I just want to encourage more and more people to say, I'm living my life unapologetically. There's something that maybe I was scared to do, but I'm doing it. And I'm not going to listen to other people. Stop talking about what you're going to do and just go out there and do it. And that's what I'm doing in my life. Like, forget everybody else. I say, screw all of the haters, screw them all. All the people who are the jealous people, forget them. Oh, you'll never do that. There's always going to be people to hate on you. Let them keep talking until you accomplish it. What about when you do learn to ride that bike? Or you do learn to skate? Or you do take that international travel and you have the time of your life? What about when you do get your GED? You do start your business. You do hit your number on your social media. There's always going to be people to tell you it won't happen until you make it happen. See, I want to be the catalyst for change, not because I'm anybody um like a high figure in the entertainment world or society. I'm just a regular girl. I'm just a regular woman that has dreams, that has faith, that has courage, that doesn't want to live an ordinary life. I promised myself in the next 3 years that I was going to step from the background and step into the spotlight and allow myself to say, I tried. I'm trying my best. I'm doing my best. I'm doing what I need to do so I can have a quality life. I never wanted to be the person to say, "Oh man, I wish I would have started my business." Maybe I mean my business may flop. Who knows? But at least I want to say I tried. I gave it my all. I did my best. And at least I tried so that I don't have to say, man, shoulda, woulda, coulda. I wonder if it would have worked. At least I know it worked. It didn't work. And then I at least would have tried. I think that's what's important, everybody. Try. Open your heart again. Open your heart to love, and not just to anybody. But when you work on yourself, like I share very openly that I'm working on myself. I'm working on being a quality woman. I'm working on being loyal and faithful and respectful. I'm working on knowing how to keep my word and being a person who's trustworthy and loyal and faithful, so that when whatever is coming to me next, I have already worked. I already have the work ethic. I already have the drive. I already have the courage. I already have the faith. I already know how to support myself. I already know how to say, okay, that was a mistake. I should not have done that. And then I get up again. All of these things are teaching me skills and life lessons so for whatever is coming next in my life. So don't listen to other people. Keep listening to your dreams. Listen to your faith. Let your faith take you through it. I gotta head off, but thank you for this life. It really inspired me. Take care. Oh, much love. Thank you so much, Toya. I'm only gonna be on here 10 more minutes, anyways. But I really do appreciate you coming through. Thank you for all your insights. Hope you have a beautiful day and month ahead. And the same thing to all of my Gems family. I hope you all have a beautiful June. And that's what I want to talk about for the next 10 minutes. You know, we're 6 months into 2025. It's June. I cannot believe it. I remember like it was yesterday, we were just saying it's a new year, it's a new start. I want to encourage anybody who has not done whatever their dream or their goal was for the new year. I'm not a person that really focuses on resolutions. I don't do resolutions. I just do life. I just do me. Thank you, Anthony. I appreciate it. I just do me. I'm just doing me. And I just think that we need to do a better version of ourselves. Do your best and be your personal best, and not based on what other people think about you, because I believe people underestimate our ability to shine, and that we are talented at things. You may not talk about things with your kids, relatives, spouse, significant other, friends, coworkers, whoever you know in life, and I don't think you should. You should just give yourself the permission to go out there and shine. Start your business. Learn something new. Learn that craft or skill or hobby that's going to take you through, that's going to make you smile and make you feel fulfilled. Because that's what I'm doing with my life right now. I'm doing things more to make myself feel more fulfilled and happy. Life is too short to be unhappy. And I've had so much things that has happened to me in my life that I could. If anybody could have the freedom papers to say, sit down, sit in your bed, lay in your bed, and feel sorry for yourself, I could. But because I believe in myself, because my ancestors crawl for me to fly, because I have the knowledge, I have the intellectual capacity, because I am talented. And the same thing for you all. You have the talents, you have the gifts, you have the drive, you have the desire. There's nothing that you can't do. And we all need that push and that nudge to say, you know what, I am going to put on my sneakers and I'm going to start exercising. I'm going to join that gym. I'm going to start my business. I'm going to learn a hobby. I'm going to do something that I've never done before. I'm going to get myself back in school and gain a skill, education, or start my business. You can do it. Don't let anybody tell you that you can't do something that you want to do. All it takes is planning. It takes planning. It takes a drive and a desire, and it takes you being courageous. It's those three things, and getting yourself a mentor, a coach, accountability partner. When you have those four things, you are unstoppable. And since I've been having a mentor and keeping me on track to doing certain things, it's really been helpful. It's the best money I've ever spent. Instead of spending $100 on takeout, I spend my $100 on my mentorship. And it's worth every single penny that I spend. My mentor has got me on track for my business. My mentor has got me on track for keeping my, YouTube channels consistent and persistent, and they're all thriving. I'm growing, I'm learning things, and I'm much more happier because my life is focused. And sometimes in this life, we get out of focus, we get distracted because of so much things, health problems, discouragement, but it's okay, you know? And we have to have compassion for ourselves and tell ourselves it's okay that we got tired because we're busy people, or we have a lot of things on our heads, a lot of things that we're dealing with emotionally. And that's okay. That's okay to be human. It's okay to get stuck sometimes, but then you tell yourself, I tell myself that all the time, I forgive you for when you weren't consistent and persistent. I forgive you that you're not doing what you should have done, but it's okay. We're going to let that go. We're going to forgive ourselves, and then we're going to get back in the saddle again. We're going to get focused again. We're going to reset, and we're going to give ourselves the permission to do it and do it well. And then you write it down. This is what I'm going to do. This is my plan. And then when are you going to do it? What time? How often? You know, what is the frequency? How much is it going to cost me? All of those things help us to be able to accomplish our goals. We can't just say we want to do something. You have to have a realistic and attainable way to get to it. And that has been very helpful for me, making sure I schedule time. And it doesn't have to be hours at a time, 30 minutes. It could be 10 minutes. It can be 5 minutes. That's how I started myself getting back into exercise. I started with 5 minutes per day. Anthony, I have 5 YouTube channels. I have 5. My first channel is Marlene Motivates. That's my baby. Um, my second channel is Love Marlene 411, which I'm going to be going through a name change soon. My third channel is Just Relax Now. My fourth channel is this channel, Life with Marlene. And my fifth channel is Marlene Saunders Show. And I keep all 5 of my YouTube channels consistent and persistent. Some I put a little bit more energy, like I think I put more energy into this channel right now because I'm trying to get it monetized. And then when this channel gets monetized, I'm going to put more energy into the next channel, and that's how I do it until all 5 of my channels will be monetized. But my first goal with my YouTube channel was getting all my channels to 1,000 subscribers, and I have done that recently. My third channel, Just Relax Now, hit the 1,000 subscriber goal, and I'm so proud of myself. And I definitely will share certain things with my channel members about how I keep myself consistent. But I believe that's a member perk, something you have to pay because it's through experiences. I've learned things. I've grown. How do I keep all my channels going? What do I do? And things like that. I share that stuff with my channel members. Anthony says, okay, I heard that. I heard Just Relax just recently. I first, oh, you found me on this channel about 2.5 years ago. Yeah. I remember, Anthony, when I found out about your channel, when you were running playlists for people and you showed that, and I thought, oh, that's so nice of him to be helping other people. That's when I found your channel. But one thing that I want to say to everybody before I get out of here, we got 2 more minutes. I want to say, don't stop your goals. Whatever your goals are, make sure you have some goals. Make sure you have some things that make you feel good about yourself that's outside of your parents, siblings, romantic relationship, job, that is just for you. That's one thing. And the next thing, Give yourself the permission to say you're human. I'm human and I'm doing my best. Encourage yourself. I'm doing my best and I'm proud of myself. I always want to say that to all of my GEMS family. Encourage yourself and love yourself. Don't wait for other people to give you those accolades and that validation. Validate yourself, because I sure do. I validate myself every day I wake up. First, I thank God, and then I thank myself for having the courage to walk through the day unapologetically. So, thank you guys so much for your support. I appreciate every single one of you. And Anthony, you see that little crown by your name? It says you're number 2. That's a new thing that YouTube is doing. It's whoever puts the most comments or the most support or the most super chats and things like that, that gets you up in the, I forget what it's called. I think it's called community leaderboard. Like who is number, I think it's from number 1 to 5, I believe. I'll talk about that when I do the live on Thursday. Thank you so much. Yeah, that's community leaderboard. I'll talk about that on Thursday. Thank you to everybody who supported me and supported this 2-hour stream. I hope this was encouraging to you, and I am going to get out of here, spend some time with my family, take that laundry out, fold it, and put it away, and make myself some lunch. So have a great rest of your day. Um, Anthony says, I have some work to do. Yes, do your work. Do your best work. Be your best self. Be your happiest. And don't let that happiness come inside of a man or a woman, a friendship, your money. Make that happiness come from within your own self. Sending you love, peace, and positivity. I am Life with Marlene, your Florida vlogger. Thank you so much for your support, your subscription. Thank you for everybody who hit the like. And shout out to all of my channel members: Leticia's Third Eye Point of View, Boss Life Online, Global Empire ENT Media, Lara Yellow Sword, and Miss Nexie. Oh, and Dave's Adventures. Thank you guys so much for your membership. If you want to join channel membership, it starts at 99 cents. Of course, there's no I'm not rushing anybody or forcing anybody. If you so choose to support the channel, I appreciate it. Thank you guys. Everybody have a great rest of your day. This is Life with Marlene. And you know what I say over here: love your life and live your life. See you guys back on tomorrow for the vlog, and on Thursday back live. Bye-bye, guys.